but you didn't even notice. It ain't raining anymore. It's hard to breathe when all you know is the struggle of staying above the rising water line. Well, the sky is finally open. The rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. Hold tight to your umbrella, darling, I'm just trying to tell ya that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. If you could see what I see, you'd be blinded by the colors, yellow, red, and orange and green, and about a million others. So tie up the bow, take off your coat, and take a look around. 'Cause the sky is finally open. The rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. Hold tight to your
Good morning, grasshoppers.
darling, I'm just trying
Could be a very short tournament unless we get more on a Monday morning.
been a rainbow hanging over your head.
We will see. We only have two. I'm going to take the half point buy rather than giving someone a full point buy.
So tie up the bow,
We're going to need a fourth.
and take a look around. Well, everything is alright
There we go.
now. 'Cause it's
And Iran is out of the gate. Lost position is in place.
but you're stuck out
Today is Juan
storm
Manuel Bellón López's birthday, aka Mr. Cramling, Pia Cramling's father. I'm sorry, Pia Cramling's husband and Anna Cramling's father.
that there's always been a rainbow
He is a strong player.
that there's always been a rainbow
Yesterday was a relatively successful day.
hanging over.
So this was F4 against the advanced variation. And it turns out to be a French defense. A full tempo down by white. I'm not sure if I recommend this system. This does not quite seem like the way to play it. Obviously, if you're going to play c5, you need to play c5 straight away. I understand black's aversion to playing bishop f5 because I don't like getting kicked around either. I like doing the kicking. So we're a full tempo down, and we got the center pawn, which is a small plus, and we got a second center pawn. So this is quite interesting. White does not play king f8. This is the logical move here. After all, there are only two moves other than king f8, bishop f8, and g6. And I think we're burning our bridges a wee bit here. I don't know that we can survive this position down a rook. What were you thinking, sir? You better play bishop d7 and castle as fast as humanly possible. La Vie and Rose. I don't know what you were thinking. In order to play these positions in the advanced Caro-Kann, you do need some French defense training. There is a threat in this position. The primary threat is bishop takes c1, queen e3 check, which he's nullified. The black has managed to make a little bit of a game of it, although strategically we are lost. Down a rook, facing ultimate promotion of the pawn. There's not much to be said here. And it appears like we're going to get our rook into the game. So I'm very happy / impressed so far. I might have gone with c5, c4 as well. But there is still time for that. Oh no, don't give him squares in the center. We need to get our knight into the game. The d4 square was one of those ideal things, but apparently he's going to be coming in on d5. Queen to b4 tags the rook and the king. Not too late for king to b4. You can batten down the hatches with wow, he's making some progress here. White's pieces are all tied down defensively. I might stop up the works of bishop to b5, force some exchanges. And then play knight h4, a4, and then we can cover everything with our queen. Black doesn't have anything on the dark squares. Simply playing knight to c4 runs into queen and knight. Another queen move. Threatening rook takes c3. But the a4 pawn is hanging. Check can happen. Knight to b4 threatens mate. How are we going to stop this mate after knight to b4? Oh, I guess it's not entirely mate, but it is pretty dangerous. Should knight to b4 be played? Yeah, knight to b4 should be played. Interesting. There's no queen a3 check, so I'm not entirely sure what this is going to accomplish. We can't afford to trade any queens. And after rook takes b4, there's no threats at all. There are no threats. Well, that did cost him a knight. Could have taken the knight or the draw already. And now, how are we going to survive? We're losing this pawn, that pawn. All with check. Queen to a2 seems forced. This isn't going to last long. Or is it? Or is there a perpetual check? Knight to e4 check. Looks like it could force something. Probably not, though. King is going to escape. We have another check. It would have been good to take that bishop. Would have been good to take that bishop. What do we got? Good morning, Alexi. Let's see if we can refresh our... Can't believe that our on 2220. Did he manage to win that on 64? C3, E3, D3. We've been making a go of it with D3. D3 seems to be our relative go-to in this particular position. I don't know if we've lost our desktop audio or not. But let's find out. We are going to avoid our standard operating procedure. Takes. Standard King's Indian operating procedure. And now, how do we get a knight to d5? Fine. Might also have knight a3, knight e3, etc. Doing our best to get our pieces to the best possible squares. The knight can't take. With the bishop takes, we have more pawn support where that came from. Also have a nice knight tagging. Knight f5, d6. Good knight g4. Good morning, grasshoppers. Seems as though everyone is here at the moment. Yes. Are you going for that? Or are you not? Let's fight for it. Takes. Do I wish to do this? We have knight to g4, we have knight to e4. Can we? I don't want to lose material on that one, so let's just reinforce our knight just in case. Now we have more pawns. More pawns in the center than we could have hoped for. We actually have a little bit of a threat playing c5 now. d5, d6, b7 might be falling. So where's the knight going? Knight's going to c8. He goes to e7. We have rook f4 as well. That looks pretty annoying. We do have to batten down the hatches on e3 though. And now knight takes e4. Bishop takes e4.
Standing out on the edge of the road now, all alone, and I don't know why. You were everything that I couldn't leave, but I said
Let's
goodbye.
barnacle him.
It's fair to say that I got no one to blame. It always seems to end the same. You got too close, I was scared, and I said goodbye. You were honest and you cared for me like no one ever did before. But my past and my doubts,
It's going to keep him busy to the best of our ability. We may have to anchor our bishop as well. Well, that was interesting. That was very interesting. Do we have to return the material? Get to threaten mate and the queen at the same time? We have a winning rook and pawn ending. Looks like we're winning perhaps another pawn. Now we have an outside passed pawn. We have a little bit of shelter for our king. Or do we? We actually do not have shelter for our king. Just gonna walk over there and promote our pawn.
Jigerists
said, "Can you vs me?"
Jigerists.
We will promote our pawn some
Thanks
more.
for following.
We have a little bit of a two-step process.
Jigerists.
We think about this two-step
Zed.
process for just a moment.
Can I VS you?
Do we want to play Rook C8? Yes. Then we're going to run after his king. As we promote. And no more checks. Because now we have a place for our king to hide. There's 7 players in the tournament. Not let anyone get a full point buy. 6 players. It was a nice win if you can get it. The well-heeled king, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. We are in a match in the dojo. This is your last chance to get in. It is the main dojo. Good morning. Out of sound at the moment. I'm hoping that a 10-minute charge will bring my earbud back. One of the Jiggerist. Sorry about that, for not catching you the first time. Thank you for the follow. Why is it not showing up in my follower thread? The mini feed is not showing the latest follow. Dude. Interesting. Momo Chess, good morning.
Darkblade 512.
It's great to see you, Momo.
Said. Hi Sensei, haven't T slept yet.
Momo Chess. If you've not yet followed Momo Chess, now is the time. Get Momo Chess in. Momo Chess is streaming our arena. Momo Chess should you should register with leechess.org. Momo Chess, so relatively new. It's great to have you. I love your background, by the way, Momo. Good morning, Dark Blade. How are you, Dragon Emperor? So, Dark Blade, remember to write down in a notebook those 3 important questions that I think I stressed during the simul as much as possible. Where are the worst place pieces? Where/what are the best or worst place pieces? You want to displace your opponent's best place pieces. Where are the weaknesses? Every time an opponent moves, it creates a weakness. Every time you move, it creates a weakness. Something that was unprotected before is now unprotected. Every single move. The weaknesses change. The weaknesses change in importance as well. Next up, I would have to say, Momo Chess, now up to 5. Good. I'm very happy to be in her early first 20 followers. I feel like Momo is Hawaiian for mama. Mama. Momo. Let's give a quick shout out to the Well-Heeled King as he's going to take over. Perhaps after this is over. Momo Chessmaster. Nice. Your account isn't verified there. What? Ah. So basically, Dragon Emperor.
Darkblade 512.
I have the setting for
Set.
account verification.
Oh yeah, I
or
don't give out my phone
having
for
been a follower
verification
for
anywhere.
a certain period of time. Darkblade is definitely worth it. Now we're up to 9. It'll be a little bit harder for me to determine if we have an odd number when it gets past 1 page. But I'm happy that we're going to have a full event. We should be able to make 6 games. Ron Hay has joined the mix. But I do have phone verification on myself, but I don't have it on permanently. So if you've been a follower for a certain period of time, or a subscriber certainly, then the phone verification doesn't matter. So if people pay right away, they can speak. You should give her your Twitch name in the chat room, because she may give the exemption to unless you followed on her channel. I haven't had it up. I should refer to them as they, just because of my Hawaiian Momo affiliations. Round 4, last chance, Jagerist, to get into the dojo. There's going to be an odd number. There is going to be an odd number. I'm going to make sure we have 4 playing games. What? Okay, good. We have 4 playing games. We're going to watch this very carefully. Unless we get over a certain amount. We avoided any full point buys. No one's sitting out. Sort of my job to sit out. When we're within 1 page, I can monitor whether or not we have someone pausing or not. Please don't try to out-withdraw me, as it messes up the system. What is going on here? has a very distinctly aggressive style of play. This might have to change. I would probably suggest that they play more main lines and become as good as humanly possible at chess first, and then break and bend the rules. It's very important that you master all of the movements. Looks like white bishop needs to play. See if we can increase the size of the screen to show 3 boards. There we go. We have all 3 boards showing perfectly. Let's move it up just a little bit. Daggerus, did you make it in? Daggerista. Yeah, I have had quite a number of people try to track me down to play me in the off hours, and unlike most students of the game, I have a regular job teaching chess 9 to 5. More like 7 to 7 p.m. with private lessons starting after that. I am open to a commission on lessons. I'm going to change my rate to 500 on my Lead Chess Captains page. I think that works out best. 500 for the month, minimum of 1 to 2 sessions per week, depending on our schedules. Having good students assists me as well. Put this back to just 1 board showing at the moment. And it is Momo Chessmaster versus Popov Alex, 1978, aka Alexei, 1978. Good morning, Ron. Let's see if I switch this earbud out. And view tournament. We have 9 players. I don't know if I can sit this one out. I have to actually get my training in as well. White bishop 22. Whoa! I'm playing against a real player. Let's just default to our standard Grunfeld. When you play the Grunfeld, you only really need to know 1 line, and that is this one. You don't actually have to know any other lines. Let's just go for it. Put the pressure on. I see. Did I blunder? I could have blundered. Rook to c8 runs into d5. Alright, fine. Maybe where I come from. Been a long, lonely, 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 lonely time. Should we? Whoa, that was a very unusual move. C8 is under control. C8 is under control. Most people lose games rather than win them. Aron 64 is still going to win this event. More than likely. Bum bum ba-da-dum, bum ba-dum, ba-dum, bum bum ba-da-dum. Bum ba-dum, ba-dum, bum ba-bum, ba-dum, bum bum ba-dum, bum. Bum ba-dum. What is this opening that the Well-Heeled King? Let's get the Well-Heeled King another shout out if we didn't do it before.
Darkblade 512
said, "Who is Aaron? I thought Ron was the strongest."
Aron 64 has come up rather rapidly. Let's take a look at this opening. So it's a standard E4, E5 opening, with E4 being a little bit of a questionable move. Do not take on H3. Play G5. Let's look at this from the perspective of our erstwhile streamer. How about that? Whoa. This is a little questionable. When you're playing a stronger player, it is of no consequence. That's a free pawn. What? That was a free pawn. I guess he's getting one back on this square, but I really do want to help the Well-Heeled King. After all, white is down material, so exchanges are good. Start capturing. Knight D4 is needed. Live in, love in. Good, you can capture now. The pawn is immune from capture, from attack. Because of bishop c4. Boom, ba-da-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum. Live in, love in. Rook to c1 could activate our final rook and prevent rook to c8, which is what our opponent's plan is, to try to prevent bishop c4. But maybe. Alright, fine. Bishop to c4 it is. Two things are hanging. Knight d3 is a little bit of a pestery move. King safety has not been had by the Well-Heeled King. He's showing no respect to his opponent. There's no knight c5. I'm sorry, knight f5. Bishop e2. Bishop takes d3. Castles. Rook c2. Queen d4. Yeah, there was no need for such aggression, Well-Heeled King. Going after the weaknesses, preparing the pushes. d4. No, you don't have to, but he's trying to make the bishop bad. Bishop b4 is standard. That's a pawn sack. Automatic. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Not necessarily such a pawn sack now that we can see it very clearly. Oops. I guess we were losing a piece to c6 and d7 anyway, but we would have gotten 2 pawns for it instead of just 1. And we did get 2 pawns for it. I was expecting bishop to e5, but knight d3. Never mind. Even bishop to b4, knight d3. There's no way to guard that pawn. I would have just pushed the pawn. The knight is already dominated. Knight d4, bishop e8, check, and b6, and the pawn wins. And now we have the correct number of 2 bishops for Ron. Wait a minute, Ron is black. Ron. Mate in 1? Mate in 1, Ron. No, it wasn't mate in 1. Mate in 1. Mate in 1, Ron. Mate in 1. Oh, not mate in 1. Fine. You gads, folks. I feel like there was a mate in there when the queen first appeared on h8. When the queen first appeared on h8, it should have been mate in 3. Yes. So now, queen g7, and simply h4, waiting move. Any move. Any move. Any move. Any move. Any move. Good morning, Ron. d3. We're going to get our d3s in. The last attempt. Then I get when I chuck to the west, and the spirit is crying for me. I have seen. Whoa! Makes me wonder. Yeah, I blundered. Let's look at that one again. Let's see what happened there. Why do I go after that H-pawn? They will dawn. I had to play, but this is just too much of a double attack. The problem is that it's made on C1. Knight to C3. Rook takes, knight takes, check.
Pegasus sway.
Said. Sorry, John, wrong pawn.
You're telling me that was a good one, man. This is where creative chess gets punished 101. 1-0-effing-1. Aye. How am I down now? 15? Minus 15? No, I'm not. You were very kind to me the last few. I think I won one by accident. Yes. When you were having an off day, you weren't just having an off day against me that particular day. And then you were kind to me in each of the simul games. You were kind to me in every one of the simul games. This was a Rogozin. I didn't realize you were the one allowing me to play the reverse Rogozin. But you had,
Pegasus Sway
said. By all wern time.
Have a great day at work, Ron. Me too. Feel like I'm worse here after Queen A5 check. Bishop G4, Bishop takes C5. Everything is good for you in this position. So I originally thought that Queen to A5 check, Knight to C3, Knight to E4 was going to cause me some consternation. Knight takes, Bishop takes, Pawn takes, Queen takes. Knight takes E5. Never mind. Very solid of you, sir. "44 minutes ago." So I have to get on 15 minutes early for my stream to start showing up just a little bit earlier. I am going to make the early train today. I did want to make the early train. It's going to be raining today here in New York City. I've been looking for the longest lasting set of earbuds I might possibly imagine finding. Rasputin has already played the Well-Heeled King. Let's see how the Well-Heeled King panned out. Not much better. It was a rough day for the Well-Heeled King. Momo Chessmaster is the last person standing. If I finish third, that will be amazing, but I'm expecting Momo Chess to pop into third. And if she loses to Iran 64, so that's the only person to beat Iran 64? Right now, Momo has a very serious advantage. But the pawn structure's a wee bit ruined here. There's no check on E1. Going after these, pushing the pawns, keeping the bishop pair. Momo Chessmaster. We have no choice but to play Knight E5, by the way. Queen to b6 is a little bit more to the point. Get your knight to d6 as fast as possible. Oh no! This is good for a third place finish. Just run over there and take that pawn. Nicely done, everyone. All right. Thank you all for being here. We had 9 hours of streaming yesterday.
Said. Well played all.
Yes, indeed. We are coming. I'm hoping that you're going to be able to play some more chess. Unless you're ending your stream as well. We only have about 10 or 15 seconds to determine that. If you've not yet...
Darkblade 512
said. Momo Chess, we're coming over.
Alright, with the lovely background. Cheers and ciao, everyone. Have a great day. Only 3? C'est la vie.